now a regular. Ian Bagg, everyone. Let's hear it for him, Ian Bagg.
Oh,
Thank
Hi,
you.
Ian.
Oh, hi,
And
everybody.
also,
Why are you sitting
one of
so
my other
far away
favorites,
from
good
me?
friend from
Because
New
I'm
York.
terrified.
I started in New York, and both of these guys were there when I was doing Joe
in the
Derosa.
day.
Joe Derosa, everybody. Just back from
Hi.
his just back from his birthday party.
Hi,
Happy
buddy. How are
birthday.
you?
Hi, thank you. Thank
Do you
you.
guys know Bonnie Rotten?
I don't think so.
We do
No.
now.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Joe.
Nice to meet
Bonnie
you.
was
Hi, Bonnie. How are you?
Bonnie was the AVN Performer of the Year this year.
Oh,
Oh,
congratulations.
good for you.
She's been busy working all day. What happened to you? What'd you
I
do?
got banged out.
Yeah, she
You
got
got
banged
banged out?
butt.
Is that what you said?
in the
Yes.
butt.
In the butt. Oh.
Those are nice Adidas.
I knew there was an odd smell in here.
She likes your Adidas.
I do.
Oh, thanks.
Bonnie is by far. I've reluctantly done shows with a lot of porn stars, and none of them were funny. She's the only funny one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's
Nice.
cool. What makes you funny?
I don't know.
The pain inside.
Honesty.
What's that?
And the deprivation
The deprivation chamber.
of love.
That's how. Oh, man.
Oh, that
Trouble over there.
fucking did it.
We can't get a keyboard at 11
Arnie's
o'clock at
fucking
night.
everything up.
So we are we're 7 hours in. We've been going for 7. We have I can't even do the math.
Your voice
Wow, that's
sounds at
too-
about
You're going to be
5.
shitting so much from all the coffee you drink.
Are you going to do the full
Are you
24,
drunk?
Eddie? No. Are you doing the full 24? Like you're going to stay on for the full 24? Or are you
I'm
going to
sta-
switch out?
I stay on for 24 hours.
I think there should be a 2-hour break where people just watch you sleep.
How? Yeah. How are you going to do that? How are you
Baby.
staying awake?
I don't know. I don't do drugs. I just and
Just have a lot of
he's supposed to
friends.
stay on with me, but he's not doing a good job of it
You
right
got
now.
19 hours left.
No, I don't have 19. I have
Yeah, you do. Wait.
No, you're bad at math.
I do porn, okay?
Yeah,
You
but
have
you should be good at
17
you should be good at math
hours
if you do
left.
porn because you want to know how many people are in your gangbang.
Yeah, I can't count over
The funny
6.
part was I knew that was wrong and I was going to make fun of it, and then I couldn't figure out what the right number was.
me too. I'm sitting here going 24 minus 7 equals.
Yeah, what is it? 17.
17
Everybody
assholes.
panicked. Everybody panicked. It's 24 minutes in. We're 35 seconds
Hey,
over.
we just played Trivial Pursuit on the last episode, and Bonnie beat Joe Prano, and he's an expert.
Right. Because
And he's a
I'm
what?
a fucking smart bitch.
Well, you know, I've heard it said around town.
We
Those exact words.
Bonnie
I'm a
Rotten's a
smart
smart bitch.
I like the way you said
Yeah.
it away from
Yeah.
the microphone so nobody fucking knew.
They won't say Bonnie Rogers is a smart bitch. They'll
my
just
fans.
they'll just go, I'm a smart bitch. Who
Wait,
said it?
because
And then you have to
brought that
guess.
up,
What
I'm
Bo-
a fucking smart bitch. I'm gonna let all you know.
What Bonnie doesn't know is we just made up her questions for her.
Oh, okay.
Like, what's the opposite of left?
So your neighbors aren't going to complain about this
Yeah.
madness?
I'm moving in
He's
2
moving, he
weeks.
doesn't give a shit.
You know, you're a rebel. If you're a rebel, you play by your own rules.
This is Venice. People get hit by lightning here.
Yes.
Yeah,
Hi.
we aren't you lucky
I'm
now,
okay.
Joe?
I'll move my leg.
That's okay.
Everybody
Joe,
just
how
come
was the
this way.
townhouse? Joe came from doing a set at the townhouse.
It was great. It was really
Was
great.
Matt Devlin there?
Yes, he was. He was hosting.
Was he scaring people?
No, he was wonderful. He was very sweet. We had a great time. It was really fun. I worked on new stuff, Eddie.
Jason lived with Matt Devlin for a while until he thought Matt was going to kill him.
He has the thickest New England accent I've ever heard in my life.
Straight up from the woods.
That is a thick. Is he from Boston?
He's from Boston, and he spent a lot of time in Maine killing animals.
Why are the
takes a
people in
nu-
Boston more angry than the people of Ireland about the people of England? Like,
It's
it
the
doesn't
same
make
thing of
sense.
getting offended
Yeah.
when a straight guy
Boston
gets
got
mad.
away. Boston got away.
Yeah.
They got away from Ireland, and they're still mad at people that they left behind. It doesn't
That's
make
where all
sense.
the IRA money comes from, too.
Yeah.
The Boston
From
guys like
Boston.
funnel it over to like murder them.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah, yeah,
Is
yeah.
this going to be
No.
this heady the whole time, or are we
No.
going to have fun?
Don't worry, she'll change it up a bit.
When you go into a grocery store, there you feel like you're in a movie.
We're on
the lighting and everything.
Ustream right now. This is streaming live, and there's like all kinds of rules. You can't have nudity, you can't smoke pot, and whatever. So we've had to do this to Bonnie like 4 times.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see.
It's weird that you have a red stick in front of her.
Joe, do you know about the spider webs in the house?
In this house?
Yeah, yeah.
No. Is
Yeah.
that code for something?
There's a spider.
Oh, look at that.
Holy shit! I have seen
It's
your porn.
amazing.
Now you recognize me.
I had no idea by your face.
Many
Sorry, I
don't.
apologize. Just trying to
Many
get to know you.
don't. No offense.
What inspired those?
I don't know what dude I'm fucking if their dick isn't big. So
No,
What's that?
what
You
ins-
know
you
what?
don't have a chance. It's
I-
okay.
It's okay.
Oh, that's
what
I wasn't
inspired
trying. Me and my small dick was going home.
what inspired the spider webs?
Actually, my best friend was gonna get pentagrams around hers, and then I went first, got mine. She never got hers.
So you said spider webs? That's pretty like
How did that feel?
Huge No Doubt fan. There it is. First laugh of the podcast for me.
We have a score sheet.
Got one in.
It was funny. I was asking them because the Ustream people were writing comments in constantly while this is going. And I go, guys, read some of the funny comments. They go, you don't want us to. They're like, punch that guy in the face.
How are you going to do this for 24 hours? That's insanity.
We have a whole bunch of ideas. Maybe you guys want to be part of one of them?
What's going on in this world that we're just gonna leave spiderweb tits out?
I'm sorry. I know.
It just got awkward as hell for me in here. I'm 14 right now. Let's live this.
We've had Bonnie on so many times it doesn't even phase
Doesn't
us.
phase you guys. I'm just so happy. I just want to phone everybody.
It doesn't phase me to the point where my wife is like, why don't you call Bonnie? Have Bonnie on the show. She'll be good tonight.
That's very nice.
Did she say before midnight?
Our tough hours are going to be like 6 a.m. till 3:20 in the afternoon.
You don't say. You don't say. Those are going to be the tough ones.
So we have all kinds of funny shit we're going to do. Like there's a scavenger hunt. There's the Hot Box Challenge. I'm going to send the mongs out.
Challenge.
Yeah.
I need to be a part of that. Where's the weed?
You're going to be way busy right then with some things inside
Yeah,
you.
scoops.
You've got work.
You'll be scooping.
Are you going to drink at any point?
No, because
Like-
if I start drinking, it's over.
No,
Yeah, I would
yeah,
think
you
that'd be
gotta.
harder,
drink.
right?
Yeah,
They're trying to
You should
raise
start
money.
drinking now.
You know what we were gonna do? You know what we were gonna do that I thought would be funny? When Farside gets here, who used to work on the show, you might know Farside.
cock taco.
We were gonna have Jason and him do a dick pump chicken, where they get 2 dick pumps and they see who can pump it up the most.
By the way,
I thought you meant
Wait,
put
their
a.
dicks are a
Thought you were gonna put a rubber
They're
chicken
dicks.
over top of it, and they're gonna have to pump it up.
No, they're gonna pump their dicks until they like
I should
inflate.
be the judge.
that was such a
Well,
that was
nobody else
such
is
a
gonna want it.
podcast moment for me, because you go when Farside gets here, and I was like, "Ooh, the Farside's coming, a rap group," and then you're like, "No, it's just a guy named Farside." That happens so much on podcasts. They'll be like, "It's you, Bill Murray. Are you serious? Yeah, he's really funny. He just started comedy. He's a good dude." Man.
He does IT at the Comedy Magic.
Like, oh.
Yeah, it's always a
Bill F. Murray.
Bill F. Murray.
Who are the 2 comedians that have the same name? The one does Krav Maga.
Fucking
Oh.
Jim Carrey.
Oh yeah. I know
Well,
what you're talking
guess
about.
what? Jim Carrey. Is
Somebody's
Jim,
irritated.
CARREYY triple X.
I know.
And
I
it's
don't.
this dude that owns a fucking podcast in Nebraska.
I don't like
and
that
you're like,
porn
whoa.
stars stop doing the pun names. Like that guy years ago, it would have been like Jim Cummy or something like
Yeah.
dirty. Porn stars just started being like, I'm just going to call myself Meryl Streep. And
When
you're like,
when Weatherman took over Dallas Reigns, that's when porn stars stopped doing the weird names.
Oh my god.
Thunderstorms coming in.
Who's
Is
my
there
who's
really
my
a girl
friend that's
named Dallas Reigns?
who's my guy? The guy I know,
Was
the
there?
director,
Was
the
that a
porn
guy?
director.
Still
That's
alive.
the name. Corey.
You were
Well, I shouldn't
fantastic.
say his real name.
I have a feeling you've never seen the weather.
Oh, Craven Moorhead.
Yeah, Craven.
That took
Craven
me forever
Moorhead.
to get.
yeah,
I
there
was
you
like,
go. That's like
Oh shit! I just got it. And
porn
they were
stars'
like,
names used to sound like prank
Really?
calls, like you'd call a bar. I'm looking for a Mr. Craven Moorhead.
Yeah.
There's another.
It was like
guy.
The
I'll
Simpsons.
kill you.
There's another guy named
She
Rico
should change the name
Shades.
to Mo because she doesn't
Rico.
get them.
What? Rico. What?
Rico Shades.
Because she doesn't get it. She
Rico
just.
Shades.
I'll kill you, you son
Like
of a
Ricochet.
bitch. Come over here and fucking let's make a
Oh,
porn.
is it called a ricochet?
What's a ricochet?
Like coming on a girl's face and it bouncing off. But this dude's name was Rico Shades.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Water.
I was like, oh shit.
I would like a
just
water
got
too,
that.
please.
You got ricocheted?
Yeah.
I'm sure that happens a couple times in
Do
porn.
you? So there are terms
Well,
like
that
that
was
we
his
don't
name,
know
honey.
about in the porn
name
world.
was
Like
Ricochet?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Oh, I thought
Ricochet?
you meant you just got
There's probably all
ricocheted.
kinds of technical
I
I've
terms.
been
like
ricocheted
knowing
plenty
the
of times.
inside.
You guys are mushy.
I got a ricochet off this person's face into my eye.
Of a Jason?
Are you in porn?
Apparently, I've been.
Are you in
Yeah.
Sweet
porn?
forehead.
I guess I don't
Or
know.
she's just saying like a guy that was where you were.
I
How could we
guess.
get Jason in a
Girl.
porn?
Oh, okay. I see.
How could we make that happen?
What?
Get Jason in a porn.
He would get tested and I would like humiliate him in a porn.
You would humiliate me?
How do we get him in?
Great.
He's got to get tested.
Wait,
I think you just put an ad out and that's
What-
it. You
what
got the
did-
cameras here.
what
Let's
did
just
you-
do it.
What did you say that made me laugh so earlier so much about hating the guy so badly?
Oh yeah, in her eyes, the look in her eyes as she fucking
Anyone?
spits on cocks.
We
yeah.
asked. Fred Stoller asked why she likes to spit on guys. Why that's a thing in porn. Why girls will spit on a guy's dick. Explain, Bonnie.
Because we don't pay
I
for
don't
lighting,
think
guys.
it's as good as it was the first time.
It won't be, but it'll be funny. so.
But when you spit on a guy's dick, you're exuding hatred upon his penis.
Nice.
Okay. Really?
And then she jerks it off and looks in your eyes. To
And jerk it off and look into your eyes until you feel like you're
I
gonna
thought
die.
it was when you guys squeezed it like you're trying to fucking get a zit out. I thought that was the hatred.
Have you
I'm
ever
like,
tried to hurt a guy?
wow.
Yeah.
She has
She's
heard
got
a
spider
guy.
webs on her tits. Have you ever tried to hurt somebody? Duh. Her mother.
Not only her. Not only her.
Holy shit.
I'm getting spider webs on my tits, Mom. Oh, help. I'm sure she wasn't like, finally.
Has your mom seen those? She's seen the spider webs.
And what was her response?
Do what you
Just
can
like
do.
grandma's. But a completely different. Hers are real.
My grandma.
Not the boobs, the spider webs.
Grandma's the shit.
How crazy?
Grandma's a shit.
How crazy is your grandma?
Grandma's
man.
the shit. She came
Beautiful.
and saw me in Lexington
Kentucky?
a couple weeks ago. Yep.
She came to the
Well,
show,
Yeah,
the live
well,
show.
it was- she came to the fucking. She
What do you
came to
mean?
the club, to the strip club.
She came out.
Oh yeah, and she came and met me at the hotel, and we had dinner together, and we had a whole evening together, and then we went out to the club.
Then she got
She went to
ricocheted.
the club. She kissed a bunch of Japanese guys,
Your grandma?
and she was like, "Konnichiwa," and like sat with them, and I was like, "Oh my god, grandma, come on!" And I brought her back to my table, and she was like, "What? I just want to give lap dances. I don't give a fuck.
How
I
old
want to
is-
give lap dances."
how old is
And I was
grandma?
like, no.
How old is grandma?
I got a weird feeling about this.
57 or
I was gonna say
58.
she's 45.
That's what I was thinking. How old? 50 what?
57 or 58.
Jesus.
That's
Does she
so-
look? Does she look like she's 57? She look older? She look
looks
younger.
younger.
She looks younger.
Yeah.
Can we get her on the show?
Oh yeah, she would so come.
Are
on
you
the
from
show.
Kentucky?
That's great.
She's awesome. No, I'm from Ohio,
What part of Ohio?
Cincinnati,
Jason.
No, I know her high school. We've talked about it.
Which side of the river?
the good side.
Nice. Good answer.
I didn't even know there was a river.
Yeah.
Podcast continues.
All right. Well, guys, only 17 hours to go.
Let's ring those phones.
Damn,
Yeah,
we
we
do
get
have
calls. Can we do
17
calls?
hours to
We
go.
can take
You
calls.
just pretty much shit
Ian
on
would
the
be a
first,
good
like,
fucking call
the
taker.
best
That'd be great.
8 hours.
I know it's going downhill from here.
Hello?
It's
He's doing good. Hello?
Yoshi didn't show up. By
Yo,
the
where
way.
the fuck is
He's tweeting
He's
us.
with her
though.
grandma.
No, no.
Yeah, Yoshi's on his way.
Lap dances.
Do you guys know Yoshi put himself in a lab for?
I was here when he told us he was going in.
Did
So
you hear
there
about the
was
NASA
money-
one?
there
No,
was
he's
money-
he's up for one.
Wait,
He's
wait,
up for the
there was
75.
money-
Sit up for fucking.
There was money donated.
75
I
days.
need to punch someone.
What
in
does
the
he have to
face.
do?
Okay, who do you want to punch?
For like
Let's
75,
check on this
how
to make
long it
sure
would
the
take to
money
get to
put in.
Mars.
Are you serious?
Okay, somebody donated money and asked for Bonnie to punch someone in the face.
Yoshi,
Hey,
good timing.
Yoshi's
here.
Hey!
Bukake.
I'm ready for my Asian sensation right now.
So wait,
Oh, I love Steve.
We got to get to 53.
so you have to lie down. I want to hear more about that experiment.
Yoshi,
What?
yeah, he'll tell you when he
Yeah, he has
when
to
he
lay
comes in
down
on
for
the
like
show.
75
Okay.
days.
We're
Ask
talking
him
about
about his
Yoshi in his
other
lab.
ones.
Who do you want to punch?
I'm more concerned about his heart stopping from the fucking testosterone experiments.
Yeah, they.
What?
Yeah, you got to hear this shit.
Yeah,
It's
everybody
crazy.
thought
wanna
they
hear
would.
this.
I was in a movie that we'd never meet that person. Guess what?
We
know
met him.
I want to hear this.
Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm a fly and I'm stuck in the web.
There is so much cum on your face right now.
Oh man.
That wasn't hers.
Boobs taste like stamps.
She's great. She's a great person.
She's awesome.
She is awesome.
like her.
I don't even know her, and I got to meet her.
I like her. I like her.
Did anybody get a picture of that so I can show my wife that I'm popular? Nope, I'm taking that as no. 8 guys with glasses and not one photo taken.
No.
Yoshi he goes into labs to make money, and they do experiments on him. He's going to do one for NASA where how long?
75 days, right?
75 days he's
To
gonna
get
lie
how long
down.
it takes to get to Mars. He's going to be.
How much does he make for that?
$6.
And like
I think like
they wheel him into a shower.
Like $20,000 or something like that. But
Jesus
the best
Christ.
part is then he takes his money and he goes to Afghanistan with
Yeah, on vacation.
on vacation.
he's just the weirdest human
which
being.
You literally
could
can't
just go
stand
to
up
Florida.
for 75 days.
Yeah.
That what?
No, he likes to go
That's
to
how
war
I feel
zones for
right now.
vacation.
Because they have to lie down the whole time they're traveling.
It's a study about how
don't
lack
they-
of gravity affects your body. Atrophy. It's an atrophy study.
Don't they? But don't they? Is when they do it, when they real astronauts do it, won't it be like Alien and they put them to sleep for 75?
No, no,
days?
no.
I don't
Like
know if that's what they're testing. Like I don't know if they put him to sleep for a certain amount.
I don't think he knows or cares.
Yeah,
he just wants the money. It's good money, I
They
guess.
just have to lay there like it's gonna be real cool
But
when we
the-
get there.
But the best part about the whole
You're gonna
thing,
punch him in the kidney, and then you have to decide which side because he's given one of those away for money.
I think if
He
I
likes
honestly think if you said to him, "Hey, for 50 grand, can they give you AIDS and then give you an AIDS drug to get rid of it?" He'd be like, "All right."
Jesus.
He
Does he not have a job? I don't mean that in
No
a
no,
job.
that's his job. He's got a mentor that's
I'm
teaching
not-
him how to do this
I'm
too.
being absolutely serious. When you see those shows on 60 Minutes where they go to the Philippines and they show the guys that sold their kidney, we know that guy and he lives here.
That's so fucking crazy. That's so crazy.
There's another
So-
podcast going on in your kitchen. It's bullshit.
Yeah,
We're trying to raise money
Ernie's
for the
gonna hit
children.
somebody.
I know. I know. So that's his only.
Close that door, Machete.
thought-
Close that door.
I thought Yoshi worked in the adult industry.
He got fired.
He got fired,
He got fired.
and there's no other job. There's just that one job. There
very
was no way to
small.
get
It's a very
rehired.
small industry.
Yeah, everybody's talking.
Well, nobody's buying it.
Nobody's. Yeah, I know. I do a whole bit about this.
Talk about that. She spazzes out.
I do a whole bit about this on stage. How we need to support these people more because nobody like
We really do. In a way.
nobody's paying
Because
for
some
it.
of them are actually now doing experiments.
But also,
gotta raise
imagine
money
if
for them.
porn went away.
It's about
It'll
to.
never go
That
away.
would
It's
be
about to. It's
It'll
never-
never-
But I think they've made enough of it
You mean
for the
you mean
rest
the
of
quality
eternity.
Of it. The quality of it will go away. Then it'll just go to guys with iPhones because any girl will. Be
Which is
on.
what.
I just want to show my picture.
I like.
But that's what everybody likes anyway. Yeah, like
guess you're right,
nobody
yeah.
want like anytime I see that fucking Golden Girl sheen on a porno movie, I'm like, get out of here.
Yeah.
You get mad about it? That's
Yeah, I
hilarious.
don't want production
you
value.
should
You're
hear-
like, oh my god, there's gonna be shitty furniture.
Yeah, I want this to look like it just happened.
Bonnie, tell Joe what the last porn you just directed. What was it?
Directed.
She directs too.
Oh, that's cool.
What's the last one you directed?
I'm not Joe. I mean,
The anal one.
Anal candy disco chips.
Nice, nice.
It
No,
was
it's-
illegal in America. She had to make it in another country.
Why was it illegal here?
anal candy disco chicks.
What did you do that was too obscene in it?
It's weird.
They butt chug milk.
Did you go to Canada?
Oh, it was like shit like
Where'd
that.
you go?
It's illegal in
okay.
America to butt chug.
I saw you just went to Germany
I did just go to Germany, and a lot of people think that Germany is so like hardcore.
in porn.
Yeah.
You
and
showed them a thing or two, didn't
It's
you?
not.
Really?
It's really not. Yeah.
You had a good time there. I was watching your Instagrams.
Oh yeah.
You were partying
The
a
best
lot.
party of my life.
Really?
I get
In Germany?
a little
Why?
nervous.
No Jews?
Well, I'm a Jew, so I mean, where does that leave
so
me?
it's just all about
And you went to Catholic high school.
me.
You're a Jew.
No,
then
I
you
didn't.
I thought you went to the Catholic
Hell no.
school. No.
Fairfield's a regular.
Same
Oh, you went to
school.
Fairfield. I thought you were at the other one.
I get nervous when I select a clip online and then it's in German. That's something that I'm
Yeah,
going to be
something's
doing
gonna
something
happen.
illegal. Like it makes me very
Scheiße.
nervous. I just try to stick away.
You
stay away
should
from
be
anything.
scared.
They always
Foreign
start with a
language,
dinner
yeah.
scene in those
But
German ones too.
Let me tell you this.
They're always at the table having dinner.
The ones that
A
I've seen,
lot
it's
of
always
the
like a
German
castle.
companies.
And they show,
German
they show a
servers,
castle
they
and,
And
can't
somebody's
show
shitting on someone's face.
on their servers.
somebody trying to get in the
So the
castle and
issue
then
is,
somebody's
What?
shitting on them.
But get into
They
the
have
house.
to pretty much minimize what they do. It's not as hardcore as everybody thinks.
Okay.
They
Yeah.
can't poop as
Alright.
much
The
there.
companies
Yeah.
that are super hardcore are on Netherlands servers. So they're like,
yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
like tranny stuff, shitting, pissing.
It's all the
Crazy.
Netherlands.
Do people tell you all the time that you look like that? What's her face?
Mila
Mila
Kunis.
Kunis?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, now that could be a good porn name, like Mila Kunis. You know what I mean? Or Fila
Mila
Kunis.
Kunis.
Mila Kunis.
Yeah, Mila Kuntis.
Feel my Kuntis.
That would like if it was the '80s. That's the route
Lick
you
my
would've went.
kuntis.
Yeah, there
No,
you go.
you know what I
Fila
love?
cunnilingus.
And
The
then
strip
Ginger Lynn.
clubs and The Sopranos. That's what I wish porn was like.
What's that?
Strip clubs
I
in the
know
Supreme.
some like
Jersey,
that.
it is like
Bada
that.
bing, bada
It's not
bing.
that different.
Yeah, I've been to many of those.
Yeah.
No, but all the girls in the 80s
I've seen
were
men get
hot.
their heads
I go
bashed
to
in
one
strip
in
clubs.
Vegas. The OG is like that.
Oh yeah, well, Olympic
Are they all
Gardens.
hot
Yeah,
like that?
If
Olympic.
there's wood paneling on the
I
wall,
shouldn't
chances
talk-
are there's going to be things like that going on.
I was at a strip club once where a friend took me. He knew the manager, and he goes, "Don't make jokes around the manager." I go, "Why?" He goes, "He doesn't have a sense of humor. He just got out of jail for killing someone." And I go,
okay.
"What?"
You
He goes,
should. If you
he
get to
go-
kill somebody and get out, you should fucking laugh like a motherfucker. Because you just won
Yeah.
fucking life.
You can pick at what
Yeah.
you laugh at for sure.
He threw a guy over a balcony, like at a club one night, like throwing him out of the club, and the guy died. So
The
they
guy that fucking Suge Knight and Ice Cube and
No,
all
sadly, it was
that.
the first
No.
Is he
No,
film.
it's
involved
really
with
poor.
this?
But the guy gave us a tour of the club, and he takes
Sorry.
us out, and he goes like this. He goes, and here's the celebrity entrance, and he goes, "Notice the railing." And because he threw the guy over the railing, he goes, "Notice the railing." And I was like, how do I not make a joke right now? And I'm just like, I'm just sitting with this guy like, I can't fucking.
Were you biting your tongue? You know he died of diabetes, right?
You're the worst person. I feel like to be like, don't make any jokes.
Oh,
the
yeah.
worst
I feel
you
like
could
the
think you
worst
could ever
person.
say.
Yeah.
In Arkansas, once they said, "Don't make any jokes about shootings." One of our professors was just shot by a student, and it came out of my mouth in like 15 seconds where I said, they were having some like carnival, and I go, and they were like had paintball or something. I go, "Don't you want to get a paintball gun and just shoot all your professors?" and then like right as soon as I said
That's
it, I
not
went,
really a joke.
They just screamed.
That's
We
more
killed him
just
because he
like,
had knowledge.
that's more just like a terrible thing to say.
I know, I just go for it.
I remember we used to go to strip clubs a lot when I lived in Pennsylvania, and I remember
Big
once,
Al's or no Al's Diamond
Al's
Cabaret.
Diamond
Wait,
Cabaret.
I'm going there next week.
Yeah, there were.
That's so
You heard it here, Bonnie
funny.
Rotten, Al's
Bravo.
Cabaret,
Yeah, I'm literally
Pittsburgh,
there.
What town in
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania?
Let me tell you.
I grew up in a
I'm
town
there
called
August
Collegeville.
22nd to the 24th.
You know it?
Yeah.
I've been there.
Are you from Pennsylvania?
No, but
You
I've been
have?
there.
I've been to Collegedale.
I can't believe I'm bookended by two guys that know Collegeville.
Yeah, I was there for a wedding.
I don't know
Really?
why I was there.
2000 or something
Because
like
I remember
that.
looking at it going,
I almost
when they named this town, they knew there was going to be colleges?
They must have named it after the college. They
I-
must have. I lived there my whole life. I don't even know. That's how unfucking interested in any of my surroundings I am. It's really pathetic.
Dude, I almost
you're
hit a
gonna get a
fucking
text.
carriage out there.
Dave College founded our town.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we used to go to these strip clubs all the time, and me and my buddy went one day, and we were like, "Let's go at opening. Let's go at 12 p.m. and hang
walk in
out
with the girls."
Yes, hang out all day, and we'll drink, and we'll have a great time." So we did, and this is great for story momentum.
Somebody put a sticker on her butt.
That's pretty confident with the movie you did today.
There you go.
Maybe somebody was putting a safety valve on there.
Somebody tied the balloon. Go back.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Does anybody even want to hear
It's
this
so
story?
hard.
It's like tying a balloon.
Anyway, so yeah, we thanks for now texting through the story. So we go one day. We're like, let's go at open.
She
And we
didn't.
go at 12
She didn't get into
o'clock.
porn by being a good listener.
Am I supposed to be listening?
Not at all. You're
So anyway.
doing a great job.
We go into the strip club. We're there. We're drinking from 12 till 6. We're spacing out the lap dances. Now these were the days where
it was
we
10?
used to maybe have a full release in the pants, Eddie. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I've never done it.
that was
Friction
sorta-
release.
We were 19, 20
Yeah.
years old, or
Did you
about
jizz in
21
your
because we were drinking.
pants?
We would wear
young.
you wear soft pants, pair of sweatpants or something.
But shorts.
A bunch of
Which one?
dudes showing up at noon in
I
sweatpants.
swear to God,
and
I got parachute pants once that looked like khakis, and I was like, "These are my strip club pants, baby! Like they're fucking nylon."
I did premium blending.
Nobody's going
on
to
it.
see this jizz.
Yeah. So we go in, but the whole thing back then when we would go, it was all leading up to busting in your shorts. So you couldn't do it too early. So we're there the whole day. We're drinking with the girls. We're having a great fucking time. The best. My buddy finally is like, I'm gonna go back and get like the dance.
the jizz dance.
He goes back and he comes out 2 minutes later in an utter panic. His face is white and he goes, "We have to leave right now." And I was like, "What did you do? These girls loved us. They hung out with us all day. They were buying us drinks. What did you do?" And he goes, "Just look down." And I looked down and dude, there was a load on Dude, it looked
He
like
Peter North himself.
Dude, I swear to God, it looked like a kid threw a water balloon into his crotch. And he goes, the girl told the bouncer on me and said that I should have warned her when I was going to do that. We need to leave. And I was like, I'm cool. I already
Girls get
jizzed and
mad
my
at
girl
that.
didn't care.
Mine was actually out of my pants.
I had the khakis on.
There was
Yeah, the khakis on.
I like
there was a
khakis
strip
on.
club in New York. Do you remember when comedy clubs had like or strip clubs went to like 60-40 was the rule? Do you remember when this happened where Giuliani said that in order to be a strip club, you had to have like 40% entertainment, had to be non-nude entertainment. So they all started putting comedy in the strip club. So no one would come into the comedy room. You'd be doing stand-up, and you'd get like an off-duty stripper come in and watch you and be like, ugh, you know. And it was just
I love Sam Kinison.
but
Some 60-year-old stripper. Sam was great.
I loved him.
And you're no Sam.
But the strippers would all want to give you dances then. So my friends never wanted to come to my gigs. As soon as I started working the strip clubs, they're like, what are we doing tonight? And I'd be like, I'm at runway 69 or whatever it was out at the airport. And they're
my
like, yeah, we'll be
God.
there. And I remember one night my friend getting a dance from this girl, and I was late for another gig. So I'm like, George, let's go. And I'm like, and
I gotta
she's
get to the
dancing.
Spearmint Rhino.
And she grabs my face and goes, go away. And just pushes me. And I'm like, I'm going to be late for my fucking gig because he's getting a lap dance. He gets up and runs to the bathroom. Runs. And I'm like, what the fuck? I told you we're late. And he's holding his coat over him. And I grab his coat and he's just got a load all over him. And I go, you just fucking jizzed in your pants. He goes, she wouldn't stop. She wouldn't stop. She kept going. He goes, she was German or something. She was going, is it there yet?
Oh,
Is
my
it?
God. That's beautiful.
That's good.
Did you?
Ah, yeah.
Do you
Remember
like
at
them to
Times
come
Square
in
when
with
they
it?
used to have those peep shows?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Those were the best.
Yes. Yeah.
I remember my first time
well,
I went
it's a-
in, right? So I go in, I've seen the peep shows on TV. So there's supposed to be a piece of glass. You put in the money that goes up, and then you're able to talk to the girl through the phone. And I can't find the phone. And I'm like, where's the phone? And she reaches through and she goes, there's no phone, honey. And she goes, give me $5 and you can touch what you want. I just remember, this is awesome. I tried to make it to the fucking, that boat, that military boat is right behind it. It was right behind Times Square. I tried to make it 7 times, didn't make it with enough money to make it. This is before bank card days. I just kept trying to make it down there. Ah, fuck.
I went to one of those once. It was actually the
so
only, I think it was one of 2 times I ever went. And oddly enough, it was with Jeffries. It was with Jim. We had done HBO's Down and, can I tell the story? There's no way he would be upset if I told this
I
story.
doubt it.
Okay.
This is how he's made a career.
This was like years ago.
You
It
got
was
punched
when-
in the face.
Okay. Do you want to tell that story?
No, I'm just saying it's fine.
Oh, okay. All
You
right.
got punched in the face, so you can say anything.
We know
We did this thing called HBO's Down and Dirty that Norton hosted, and me and Jim and Louis Katz and Kevin Shea went out after our taping and got shit-faced in a strip club. And then
Banquet.
I went with Jim. I went with Jim up to the wank booth, and he goes, oh, and we were so drunk, and I just remember Jeffrey swaying around, and he goes, I can have a wank in there, and I go, yeah, and he goes, I can wank it right in there. And I was like, yeah. He didn't believe what I was telling him he could do, and he's like, I just remember being up there, and like the 5th time, he's like, so I can go in there, and I'm like, you can fucking jerk off in there, go, dude, go. And he's like, all right, and he went in.
They used to be better back when I first started in New York. There was all these just Eastern European girls that they just put into a boat and floated over and just put them into those, and they were so fucking hot. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Bonnie-
and they're just like,
Yeah.
$2 you can put a finger
Bonnie
in a girl's ass.
does lap dances when she goes on the road and does strip clubs when she's featured performer. Do you ever have guys jizz in their pants?
Oh yeah, weird shit.
What do you mean
Weird
weird
shit.
shit? What's
That's
weird?
not
What's some
Like
weird?
neon?
Give some
There,
weird
was,
shit.
there was this guy. I was at a club in Seattle, and the
I'm gonna be
bouncer,
there this weekend.
the bouncer that was taking care of me, he's like, okay, so there's this guy. His name is the Creature Feature, and I'm like, all right. And he's like, you'll see him. You'll recognize him when he comes in.
He's
I'm
got a ball
"Fine."
like a foot.
So he walks in, and I'm like, is that him? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, okay. So he gets in line, finally gets up to me, and he's like, I want to do a couple dances. So I'm like, fine, whatever.
What do you
So
charge
this
for a lap
dude-
dance?
$100 a song.
Okay.
God.
So
Christ, and he wanted 2 of them?
so this guy,
She makes more than the artist.
So he's a
He's
trust
like-
fund.
he's sitting there, and this dude he reeks of sweat, piss, and cat piss. like ammonia, the worst.
How do you know the difference between
fucking
regular
worst.
piss and cat piss?
Because I've been around enough human beings to understand that it's not
She
right.
knows about
and it
piss.
smells
She
like
made that
piss.
fucking butt porn in Germany.
So-
There was all kinds of piss in that thing.
I know
bet.
about piss.
She knows
so
about lesbians.
this dude, I'm giving him a dance, and I will not get on his lap. I will not spread on top of him. I won't do anything.
None of the
So I'm just kind of
regular
like
moves.
air dancing, like 5 inches away from him, kind of like doing my thing. So he walks out to the bouncer, and he's like, "That's the fucking worst dance I've ever done." And the bouncer's like, and he tells me, he's like, "Bonnie, that guy complained and said that was the worst dance he ever did." And I said, "I was about to vomit on the dude the whole time." So he either got vomited on or he got to dance.
And
That was
vomit-
his
and
choices.
we just found out vomiting's illegal in
Yeah.
porn.
Right.
Now give me some Febreze.
So
I'm about to
Since when?
fucking
I did this
dance the
dance with
shit
this
out of
guy,
that
and it was the best I could do, but I could not get closer to him because he smelled
illegal.
so fucking bad.
Japanese porn's got it all the time, right?
But like,
I've
out
seen
of
it,
how
like,
many
sold in
guys,
stores,
like
I
say
mean,
you
though.
give 10 guys
Really?
lap dances,
Yeah,
how many
yeah,
are going to
yeah.
come in their
Stores
pants?
No, years ago. I mean, yeah.
1 out of 10.
There is.
Okay.
some stores.
Yeah.
In New
I've heard
York-
most
New
girls
York
don't
stores
like
are
it though.
shit.
They get mad.
It's gross.
It's gross when a guy like a
It's
random.
not like super gross to me because I'm not like grinding on his dick trying to get him to come. But if he comes, then
Say you just came back into this
Comes, he
conversation. What
comes.
happened?
She's basically saying 1 out of 10 guys jizzes in their pants, but the girls don't like it when the guys do that unless.
Really? They don't like a weird
Then
fucking
it looks
load
like
on
I'm
their
here for the
bare
next
pussy.
17 hours.
They don't like
Right?
almost AIDS.
Possibly
The
AIDS.
shocker. I just
it's
by the way,
not that close of contact.
just
Like if you're getting
oh,
a lap dance,
I've had there was a strip club in Jersey where the girls were butt naked and they would lap dance you and they knew you were going to come, so they would put a handkerchief down over your crotch.
But as a feature
and
dancer,
they
that
would-
shit's not happening.
They would hold the handkerchief up like a fucking magician, like about to do a trick, and it was blacklight in the room, and you would just see the fucking jizz stains all over it, and they'd put it down like, yeah,
like-
that's gonna
It was like a Rorschach test.
that's gonna keep the
God.
fucking chlamydia
Might as well
out.
use a doily at that.
Yeah, dude, I swear to God, it was the same. It was like a little handkerchief. By the way, I want to admit to something since I told the Jeffrey story. 2 years later, I went in that same booth and whacked off.
That's okay.
And
It was closed, and it was a Whole Foods by that time. Things changed, but he admitted it, and that's what counts.
and the girl kept going. There was glass, and the girl kept going. Come on the glass. Come on the glass. She just kept saying that, and I did.
This is the best meat
jizzed.
market ever.
I jizzed all over that glass.
Oh, there
You
was.
should have
Yeah.
jizzed in your hand and then thrown it at her.
The funny part was,
chimpanzee.
I was with Attell. Attell was downstairs in the DVD section, and I went downstairs, and I go, I just jerked off upstairs, and he goes, I know.
Everybody knows.
It's on the feed.
Why would you tell me? I didn't think you went upstairs for the wings.
I took Dave to New York Dolls.
The problem with going anywhere with Dave is you're not gonna fucking shock him. It doesn't
need
you
to
know,
meet this
like
guy.
you must.
David Tell.
Yeah, I've
You,
never
if
met
you're with
him.
Dave, you fucking ask to go with him because you're gonna get something you
I heard they
fucking
were
have never
making a new
done.
season
Yeah.
of
But
the
you
show.
take him, you got to take him to church or something.
different
and fucking show him something.
underground.
We used to walk home. Dave and I used to live in the same part of town, and we would walk home from the
The gay
Comedy Cellar.
district.
Yes,
Yeah.
we would walk home from the Comedy Cellar, and it was like a 50-block walk. And we would just walk. It was so funny. Dave would always be like, "Come on, man, let's walk. It'll be good for us." And then the whole way we'd just be chain smoking and like chugging coffee and shit. It was like the most unhealthy walk possible. But it was always fun. Like the conversations. I remember one time a guy, when Insomniac was on the air, like this drunk saw Dave from across the street, and we're walking, and Dave's like, "All right, man, so let's go around the Fatback Pussycat. I think people will be hanging out over there." And this drunk from across the street goes, and he's like trying to get the words Dave Attell out of his mouth, but he's too drunk and he can't do it. And Dave's like, "Yes, we'll go over to the Fat Black, and if that's not going, then we'll go." And he sees the guy, and he just turns and he goes, Anyway, so if the flatback isn't happening, well, then we'll go uptown to this other place. I know. And you're like, how are you not calling attention to what you just did?
One time I saw Dave at like 6 in the morning.
band
I'm
is
coming home
furious.
from drinking, and he's at
Right?
a newsstand buying newspapers, and I go, Dave, what 6 a.m. What are you doing? And he goes, writing jokes. Ever heard of it?
That's the most annoying part about him was that you could go out with him The next day, he would have an hour of new material. And you'd
You're like, where'd you get
be
that?
like hurting like a motherfucker.
An hour of new material with alternate punchlines for every joke that were equally as
That
hilarious.
was the most annoying part about it. You sit at the back with awe and jealousy at the same
Yeah.
time. Like,
Yeah.
I love hating you.
Yeah.
He used to, when I first moved to New York, he took me, I did some shows on the Insomniac tour with him, and then like he took me around town with him to drink sometimes. And I was always so excited.
I was that guy for a little bit.
Huh?
I was that guy.
It was so exciting to me because
a
I was
couple
this
days out of
like
it.
basically an open mic comic. I was making no money, and then this idol of mine was like, let's go hang out and drink. And I lived in Bumblefuck, Queens at the time, and he would take us into the depths of the Lower East Side, and it would just be shot after fucking shot. Like 5 a.m. would hit, we'd be literally swaying, and you'd look up and he'd be gone.
Yeah.
And you'd just be like, I don't know how to get home. I don't know where I am right now.
I opened for him a
Bam,
bunch.
he's got
I
another
opened for him
hour
a
of
bunch, and
material. It's fucking evil.
everybody
Where are
buys
you
him
buying
shots.
this shit?
Everybody buys him shots when you go out with him
Yeah.
when he was doing Insomniac, and they would buy shots, and he doesn't want to do all of them, so he would just hand them to me and go, here, do this, and I'd be like, oh, free drinks, and then I'd have like 12 of them. I'd be like, I don't, fuck, I'm gonna die.
Starts yelling at you like that.
I showed him.
The other funniest thing I saw him say to a fan, a guy goes, Dave, can I please take a picture? And he goes, yeah, man, sure, no problem. And the kid walks to about where you are, Eddie, and he's trying to like manipulate the phone and take the picture, and he's taking forever to do it, which forever with a camera is 15 seconds.
Yeah.
And the kid's fumbling, and Dave just finally goes, it's a camera, let me show you, and took it from him and like showed him how to use it.
I
And
think
then the
that's a
kid
bit
took
of like
picture.
autism that comes out of him, like Asperger's.
It's a little Tourette.
Like
It's a little
just,
Tourette.
Dave just, yeah, he just.
That's his noise that he had.
He's the. I was talking to Bill Burr about this the other night. We were at a bar talking about comedy, and we were talking about Attell, and I was like, he's the only comedian I've ever seen that made me laugh so hard I cried in the comedy club. And it was when he used to have that bit about the God giving. I don't remember the bit, but it was like something about God giving things meaning, and he'd like give two examples, and the third one was like, or he makes a butterfly land on a retarded boy's head.
Yeah, I remember.
Right? And there was a lady from like Pakistan in the front row, and he does that joke, and it falls flat. And he goes, oh, come on. Isn't that the sign of a good harvest in your country? Doesn't that mean the sweet potatoes will come up ripe and strong? And I laughed so hard I cried.
I saw him in the cellar one night say he was talking about fireworks and people blowing their fingers off with fireworks, and he goes, "Did you ever know somebody that blows a finger off with a firework?" And this girl in the front row goes, "Yeah, my sister, and I don't find it very funny." And he goes, "So your sister, she blew off a finger," and she goes, "She blew off her whole hand." And he goes, "So she's got a hook now."
He did that little laugh underneath it, right?
And then he goes, well, that's a good thing, because now everybody wants to fuck your sister, because everybody wants to fuck the freak. And I'm just like, did he just fucking say that?
So brilliant.
And he did the line once. Every comic's done it, but he was the first one I saw do it, because I remember this is like so long ago. Like Jay Moore was still like working in New York. Like it was long. This is like 18 years ago. And some guy in the front row gives him like, "Yo, I fucked your mother," and he goes, "Really? You took my spineless mother out of a wheelchair and fucked her limp body. Aren't you just the mayor of Coolville?" And he's like, "Hey, everybody, learn." He's like, he made the audience vote, and they all hate him. Then he goes like this. The guy goes, "Yeah, I fucked your sister too." He goes, "Well, then you have AIDS because my sister's a whore."
Jesus Christ. Remember the bit where he goes,
Killer.
about the guy that fucked the cow? I remember he did this at the cellar one night, and it's the only time I heard him do this tag on it. And he did the bit where he goes, "I read a story in the paper that a man got arrested, went to jail for fucking a cow. That means he's been warned several times." And he goes, "If I had to fuck an animal, I'd fuck a horse. That way I knew I had a ride home." And then, right, the joke kills. This is the tag. and it kills, but it gets a groan, and he tags it with, he goes, "Oh, they crippled Christopher Reeve, so we fuck one of theirs." And he goes, "That's the Chicago way." And I was like, holy fucking shit.
I tell everyone, Skanks for the Memories might be the best comedy album of all time.
it's amazing.
I sat in a room in Dubai with like 10 other comics, mostly like from overseas who had never really experienced them. And
Never
Paul
done
Provenza
comedy.
was there, a couple, and they were listening just in awe of like, what is this thing you call Dave Attell? And I'm like, yeah, it's fucking
It's the
genius.
thing that we all strive for and fall far from.
Yeah, no one will ever hit this note that when he did even the fat kid in the Babylon 5 T-shirt got a hand job. Remember that line when he goes out? That you should have stayed out.
Yeah.
You should have stayed.
Yeah.
The joke is you should have stayed out. That your friends always.
You left.
Do you remember when everybody in New York was doing Attell? Like
Yes.
everybody was getting on stage and going, or as I call it, everybody was ripping off Attell. And one day I was getting coffee with him.
yesterday?
Yeah, one day I was getting coffee with him, and I go, man, I feel like a lot of it was a few years ago, and I go, I feel like a lot of people are ripping off Sarah Silverman now, like that, like that's like her thing, like. The misdirection, like with the shocking joke, with the shocking punchline, and I feel like a lot of people are doing that now. I go, do you know what I mean? And he goes, as the most imitated comic on the Eastern Seaboard, yes, I know what you mean.
I'm glad because he always acts dumb to it.
Because you never think does he even watch?
Because I asked him that once. We did radio together, and we came down because he had to have a cigarette, and we came down. And he was just like talking about how he hated doing the show we were doing, and it was when Dane exploded. And everybody was doing Dane, remember, for a living. Everyone's like, he's making lots of money. Let's do what he does.
Right.
And so everybody was acting everything out and
Pacing,
everything.
yeah.
And
moving.
we were talking about Dane's like rise to, and Dave's like, yeah, he's selling theaters and museums, and like he's like arenas and superdomes, and I go, Dave, but like think about it, every comic would rather probably still be you, and he's like, nah, it's over. The most pessimistic man in the world.
He's so fucking beloved, man.
It's so fucked up in any industry that you're in.
You have that going on in porn?
Oh, of
Yeah,
course,
who's your
course.
porn Dave Attell?
Do I need to say? I won't say. I won't say
Are
a
they-
name because I won't get
You're the most
married to
imitated
it.
porn star in the
But-
Western.
Are they imitating you?
Yeah, of course. And the issue is, they're using PR to their advantage, even though
She's
they
this year's
quit
top
porn a
dog.
year ago.
What's that?
She's the top one.
They're using PR to their
AVN
advantage.
this year.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I don't know what the AVNs are. Apologize.
It's the awards.
it's like their
It's the Oscars
they're
of
the
porn.
Oscars? Do they have a Golden Globes as well?
No, it's just the one show.
Should be the Bulls. The Bulls.
I'm getting all
The
secrets here.
Golden Bulls.
You guys are missing all the secrets she's telling me.
Sorry, we're coming up.
There are no
We're coming up with
secrets.
new award shows for porn.
Good.
The Bulls.
They're,
Can
I
I
think
win them
Nina
all?
Hartley is
Sure, I hear
I
you
think
win them
Nina
all.
Hartley is like the George Carlin of porn.
Nina Hartley's Michael Jordan.
Like a woman with a
Yeah.
beard.
No, she's been around. She's well into her 50s at this point. She's still hot. She's still working. She's
the
turned
first
it
person
into an
I talked to
industry.
about getting in this business.
Yeah, she's like a brand. Like she was
Really?
like she does. I love that she does sexual education speeches. Like she's respected in the mainstream community. Like she's awesome. I think she's awesome.
I met her. I met her when I came out here before I was in porn
Where'd you meet her?
at a birthday party.
Whole Foods.
I was at a fetish birthday party for a photographer.
What does
and I
that mean? You
met
don't blow
Nina.
out the candles?
Yeah, that kind.
You just like
And
put them
he's
on
the
people?
last. And I met her and I
birthday,
expressed
Kane.
being interested in doing porn. And she emailed me and she was like, so what are you willing to do? What are you not willing to do? And I was like, well, I'm okay with doing this, and
Is there
this.
anything you say no to?
Well, I sent her this whole insane list, like no midgets, no this. And she was like, honey,
Fuck, where's Brad
that's
Williams?
not, that's
I
not.
know. I want to see him
That's
get
not how
rejected
the
by a
business
porn
is.
star.
Really
You're not gonna have
bad.
to bang
Finally.
midgets. And
Don't
I was
you?
like,
I'd like to
oh,
see him get
okay.
his day.
Yeah.
Have you banged a midget since?
No.
Would you?
Sure.
And you do. I'm
When
assuming
did that
you do
change?
lesbian stuff,
But-
right?
Oh, sorry. Back to his question. Go
Oh,
ahead.
just you do lesbian stuff. I'm assuming,
I
right?
do lesbian,
Boring.
boy, girl, gangbang. I do everything.
All right.
You did that Misty Stone scene. That's
I love
pretty
Misty.
fucking- yeah, dude.
Love
There's a
Misty.
Misty Stone scene.
Mhm.
What happens in the Misty Stone scene?
It's like they're emulating the Anarchy.
Yeah, I
Sons of
directed
Anarchy.
Sisters
type
of
thing.
Anarchy, which is like a runoff of Sons of Anarchy. So we're an all-girl biker gang, and I'm
Oh,
Jax.
shit.
And she was the leader of the East Siders, which is like the black gang.
And who plays the person with the big face?
Ron Perlman.
Oh, Ron Perlman.
He's in both, actually. He's in this too.
Evan Stone.
Evan Stone. He's got a big face. That's awesome.
Who? Now I got to ask you this question. I've
Like, big
always
face,
wondered this, and I'm not trying to be crass or funny. Like I'm
No, you're
really
fine.
asking you this because all men have encountered this predicament, and it's fucking horrible. What do you have you ever had to go down on a girl and the pussy just
Oh, God.
didn't smell
Yes,
right?
yes.
What do you do? How do you muscle? Because if I get in a situation with a girl like that, I just don't do it.
Well,
But you have to.
you're on film.
That's what I mean.
So the slightest look or cringe is going to be picked up.
So you can take anything, really.
So what do you
pretty
do?
much what you do is when you go down and you smell something, you go up, you kiss the girl. You go back down, use your fingers, you spit more, and you lick. You don't put your face in
I
it.
always thought that's why they were
You
doing
don't-
that.
You don't go down and put your fucking face in it. You kiss her, you finger it, you lick a little bit,
Finger
spit
it.
on it, you do things. You just don't go.
What's
full force.
what's the average? What's the average of bad puss that you've encountered?
There's not a lot, but I'd probably say 60-40.
60, like
Honestly,
a lot.
I don't have sex with a lot of women. I
Right,
do a
right.
lot of
Dudes.
predominantly like man,
How
female.
about bad jizz? Have you ever run into bad jizz?
Yeah.
Just the,
But that
But
I would think
honestly,
is less common. right?
it's not as noticeable.
Too much
it's
garlic.
Not, like if a guy is a heavy drug user or smoker or bad eater, you can tell.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But
Right.
if he's like a pothead, smokes occasionally, doesn't really smoke cigarettes, doesn't really do pills, doesn't really do this, it's not so strong.
Right.
It's okay.
Yeah,
Ring those phones.
We
Raising money.
we had a Girls Gone Wild video when Girls Gone Wild went like hardcore and they started to actually have sex and stuff in the videos. And me and my buddy had this one, and we were watching it, and the one chick went down on the one, and they were totally both into it. And then the other chick went to go down in return and got all weird all of a sudden. She goes, "I can't do this," and the scene ends. And I go, "Man, that just got creepy. Like it got real for her." And he goes, "My theory is that thing smelled like a dog kennel."
For real.
He bailed out on it. I was like, "Yeah, I think that
No,
is what happened."
Because
Wasn't that the best though videos? Because wherever you just pick up wherever you came
if
last.
the girl,
Yes.
if
Like
the
it
girl
just stopped you.
visibly,
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah.
a girl has feelings for another woman, right? So she's not going to try to embarrass that other person.
Right.
They're not. So generally, if that happened, it was because she couldn't do it.
Yeah.
It wasn't because of the smell
So call your
or the
friend.
issue.
Call your friend. Let him
Like
know
I've
his
had,
theory's
I've
done.
had so
Ixnay on the
many,
dog
I've
kennel.
had so many situations where I've worked with my best friend, and
She's got a bad
shit's
puss.
off that day.
Right.
Am I gonna let her know it's off that day? No, I'm gonna kind of deal with
Well,
it.
now she knows because you said it on a podcast on YouTube.
she's gonna be like, "How many times
your
did
best
you let
friend?
me?"
No, but it hasn't really happened to me. But I'm saying if it did,
Oh, I see what you're saying.
But who is
Okay.
your best friend?
I don't really have many. That's my best friend.
Eddie? Oh,
Superman?
Steve, he doesn't
Steve's
have
your
a
best friend?
vagina.
that's nice.
How did you become best friends?
We became best friends actually in the industry. He used to work in the industry.
Were you a star? What'd you do?
I was the managing editor of AVN.
That's cool. See, now this is what I like. And again, I'm not being
It's a magazine.
Yeah, hop in there, man.
I'm not being funny.
Pop up in
What I like about
Take
the
over.
two of you, and this is what I like about porn stars in general. You're a good-looking guy, but like you're a normal-looking dude. You're a totally normal-looking dude. You're not like fucking six-pack, weird Adonis Ryan Felipe body, right? Or Ryan, who's the famous Ryan?
Ryan, wait.
Gosling.
Seacrest.
Sorry.
I was like,
oh, this is
Driller?
why I don't ad lib at shows. Anyway, but my point is like every porn star I know, and I've gotten to know a few over the years, they're married to like normal like dudes, like good regular dudes. Like I'm always like that's really fucking cool. I think it's cool that it's not like superficial. I guess is the best word because you know the chicks I think are all pretty fucking hot, and I think in real life they'd be surrounding themselves with other hot girls.
I would have thought
and-
you guys owned a skate shoe company if I looked at you.
Yeah.
No, but I mean that's not the norm.
Oh, it's not.
No.
No.
It's
Most-
been
most
with the
guys are
girls I've
douches?
met, but no, yeah.
Yeah, I mean in certain ways.
How are they douchey?
Well, a lot of girls try to date guys that are, you know, heavy muscular, heavy roided,
Oh, really?
sexy.
The worst kind is the suitcase pimp
Oh yeah, for sure.
What's that mean?
stereotype.
What's a suitcase?
Suitcase
Sorry.
pimp is the boyfriend or husband that just sits on the couch all day and
smokes pot and plays
makes money off
Xbox, and
And supports his woman,
the
but
the girl does everything.
The Ray
makes all the money,
Donovan, the Ray Donovan episode. Did you see that?
And basically just makes money, like lives off his wife making the living.
Right.
Why is it called Suitcase Pimp?
because he's always carrying around her suitcase.
Right, he's he's the chauffeur, he's the personal assistant, he's the making money
How do
off
I
his
meet this
girls.
girl? Because I'd like to carry a suitcase.
I wouldn't mind being a suitcase pimp.
How about just a duffel bag?
It's not a bad gig, right?
No,
I mean,
dude,
all things
I'm a
But
considered.
they're greasy,
cook.
right? They're greasy. You don't want to be around those.
I mean,
kind of guys.
it's a short window. I mean, I think it's got to get old after a little while.
Right.
I mean,
I would think so.
yeah.
I would think so.
Now, you still the managing editor of AVN?
I'm not.
Why aren't you?
I actually left to join a startup and do a lot of freelance writing.
so you write for a magazine again still or no?
Yeah, I do. I write for a bunch of magazines.
What's
and
your magazine
websites.
now that we should know about?
Penthouse. I have an article in
Never
their
heard of it.
October issue coming out. You can check that out. I write a lot about graffiti and streetwear and street art and
See, Ian, there you
music
go.
and stuff. So
That
you're on
sounds
the
So
right-
I was
you're on the right
close.
You're
yeah,
like
when
a
I said,
gypsy
But
over
the
there,
porn thing
man.
was fun. It was really entertaining. I mean, you get jaded after a while though, but you see everything. You see
I have
all
one
walks of
thing.
life.
Maybe when you do the AVN, put all the people that died at the end of the ceremony.
Instead of the beginning.
That was kind of a weird start.
Just
those names.
We put it at the beginning because most of the people leave halfway through.
Yup.
So we want to give them
Why
a
don't you
proper
put it
Nice
in the
downer
middle like
before
the
they go.
tribute. We
Put
wanna
it
give
in
them
the
a
middle
proper
like the
tribute.
Oscars does.
Yeah. Every
Well, I
once in a
think
while.
porn needs
yeah.
a downer at the beginning.
Right.
I thought you were joking that they even have a real.
Oh no, it's like a
No,
35-minute long.
It's real. It's real.
They do.
How many
Title-
people
How do
sequence.
most of them die like
There's
people
there's
died
quite a
this year.
few. Yeah. You wouldn't-
Depression.
A
wouldn't
lot
be
of
surprised.
huge people die this
Who
year.
died that I would know?
Johnny Balls?
Christian Man.
Who?
Well, he wouldn't know. He wouldn't know. Billy Glide
Billy Glide.
died this year. Who else?
I don't know. I don't know.
Robin
a lot
Williams.
a lot of dudes
Yeah,
this
yeah.
year. Not so many.
A lot of guys.
Not so many girls.
I don't think
this
I know
year.
any of the new guys' names.
The owner of Hot Video France died.
Jean-Paul Gilly?
Frank died.
Who's-
Frank from Hot Video.
So
Frank.
Frank.
Here's what I want to know. Like who's like we talked about the pillars of porn. Who's the hacks of porn? Who's like somebody that's really famous that you're like, oh fuck them, man, that fucking hack.
Should we go there?
In terms of
Yeah.
Should we go there?
Well, I
Steve?
can. I'm not.
Oh,
I
I'll
don't
go
work in
there.
porn
I'll
anymore.
fucking
I'm
go
dying
there.
to
should go
know.
there.
I'm
I'll go
dying to
there.
know.
Go there.
No, I won't
Porn
go
is so
there.
much like
Barney
comedy,
goes
I
off.
really do.
Do it.
Well, in terms of performers, you mean, or in
Yeah,
terms of-
like somebody that gets a lot of. Here's the craziest one to me, like to parallel it to something else, because we do this in comedy all the time. Obviously, my friend is a chef, and he was a chef in New Orleans, and
Jean
I.
Valjean?
No. He's not a
Okay.
famous chef. He's just a chef that worked in New
I thought you
Orleans.
said your name was Jean
Steve
Valjean.
O'Brien.
He's a chef in New
Les Mis
Orleans,
character.
and I said, and I said to him, when Emeril Lagasse got big, I go, hey, dude, Emeril getting big. That's got to be good for you guys. And he was like, oh, fuck that shit, dude. Him with his sitcom and his fucking salad dress. And I was like, holy shit.
Fuck his
Like
salad
chefs
dressing.
have this? Like
Chefs
chefs?
have it worse than we do.
Like
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know
Their
idea
egos
there
are
was like that.
You think they
I
have
didn't
it
know
worse
that.
than us, really?
Oh, no,
You guys
no.
are comedians.
No, I think they have way worse egos than us.
No, he's right.
way worse.
Chefs
This
are
was
crazy.
pre like celebrity
I work
chefs
at-
on
I
the
work
Food
for a
Network.
restaurant.
Well,
Like-
he was the first Emeril. Well,
Yeah.
not the first, but you know.
But those guys,
He kind of broke
If you
the
don't
floodgates
acknowledge
open.
their
they've always
title,
been known
they
for
get
having
pissed.
Crazy egos.
I did not know
Chef,
that they
I'm the
got like.
chef.
Do
I
porn
am
stars
the
have
chef,
they have
bitch.
bad egos?
I mean,
Every
it's.
bitch thinks she's a celebrity.
I mean, yeah, it's super competitive because I mean,
Oh,
there's
yeah.
there's
Comics
always
like
a
that,
younger,
So you're
hotter
like,
girl to.
You've done 100
take the place.
movies.
So who's?
You've won no awards. And you've done one magazine cover in the past year. But your boyfriend beats the shit out of you and somewhat you get all this media because you're a fucking celebrity. I don't give a fuck about you. Because we've all had the shit beat out
you
of us.
talking about Jenna
and we've all
Jameson?
fucking dealt with it.
Who?
Let's not get her on a roll.
Who's
That's
Kristen
so
Mack?
good. Oh wow, Bonnie.
Wait, who is that? Because no one cares. Anyways.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, I thought you were talking about.
I will
Jenna.
say
By the way,
this.
is Jenna Jameson
her
normal
lips look
again?
really puffy.
I don't think she's ever really been
Well,
normal.
no, she got beaten up. That's what makes
Dude,
it.
there
No, I
was
mean,
a hard.
Well, we saw
something
her in
happened.
February.
Guys.
Who? Jenna?
Jenna, yeah. She hosted an award show.
Oh, they do have other awards.
Are we talking about the girl that got beat up by?
Yeah, Bonnie just dissed her hard, man.
Hard, bitch. Hard.
This is the guy we invited over.
Yeah, and I
Man
saw your
War
tweet
or-
and I retweeted it, and
War
I was gonna
Machine.
tell
Do
you
you know
about.
who she's talking
and
about?
I also texted
you
you
invite him
about
over
this.
tonight?
I just realized
If
I don't know
you-
anybody's
Eddie,
names
if you
in
pick up
porn
your
anymore
phone and
'cause I
read
haven't
your
rented
text,
it
you'll
in
see the
10
text
years.
about
Dog the
this.
Bounty Hunter is going to be here at any time.
Yes, this is what happened. This guy, Adam Hunter, was telling him all.
We're not talking about this.
He's in the. Yeah.
We're not talking about this. We don't give that any publicity
Okay, we'll wait till Adam
whatsoever.
leaves, then we'll talk about it.
Bonnie, just put your fingers in your ears and sing.
Basically, Adam was telling.
Pretend
us
it's a gangbang
We're
and
not-
go to
we
your
won't
happy
mention
place.
her. We're gonna mention him.
Don't mention him or her around me. Period.
You just don't like the exposure that they're getting. Here.
All right. Well. Okay.
All right. We've made 50.
We've got a new total. We've got a new
so-
total.
There's a guy.
53,000.
Show us your new tampon number. How far can you get that
Here's
up
the
there?
picture of Bonnie's tampon.
Sure.
You do it.
$54,000.
And the goal
I
is
wanna do
60.
it.
Yeah, I think we might be able to do this, man.
I don't think.
Then
so.
it
How
came out that Eddie had
When's
no
the
bus
deadline?
but a new house.
We've done 3 today.
Bonnie just stopped it.
Well, looks like the kids are cured. Fucking stop
When's the
it.
deadline?
3:25 p.m. tomorrow.
Bonnie just made it 54 million.
That's right, bitches.
Oh my god. That's fucking hilarious. 50. We got a goal of 60,000, but we've somehow raised 54 million.
How did we go from 52,000 to 54 million?
Bad math, okay? Bad math.
You should have seen her in Trivial Pursuit. She was amazing.
I'll bet.
No, she got 5 in a row right. We had to make them up.
She says a lot of this in her gangbang movies.
I'm
I think I've
hungry.
seen you here before.
You're
She
only
knows
$6
how to.
grand
Sorry,
away,
don't worry
dude.
about it. Just put your number. Put your face down.
Yeah, we're only $6,000 away.
I think you're gonna make it.
I think you're gonna
make
make
it too.
it after all.
And then we get a bus. We're gonna have a bus. We're gonna have to do this in a bus.
Yeah,
No, it can't
it's
be
gonna be
pink.
awesome.
It's a school bus. It's gonna be yellow for the special kids.
It's you're gonna buy a bus and then make it into a podcast studio.
Like a studio inside's gonna be really nice.
This is what we need to find. Does somebody
know how
have a?
much money
Do you have a listener out there that knows somebody?
donated to this because of my vagina.
$6,000.
Her vagina brought $6,000 to our
Your
show.
vagina brought 54 million sperm to the fucking. That's what it is.
Just one panel pink.
All right, we'll do one panel pink.
No, just a little pink spot that you can't find. Like a real life. Oh, she just put her head on the thing. No. All her blood's
It
going.
all goes downhill from here.
That's right. And if you flip it upside down, she'll be more used to it.
That really?
There you go. Now she knows how to raise it.
Funny.
Just jizz.
That
Jizz money
noise.
floating out the
She's
top.
so good at the sound
yeah, that
effects.
is a good sound effect.
She's also one of
Sorry,
those people that
sorry.
do
That's
the
all right.
horse
Yeah.
noises.
There's only
She's
weird
the
percent
Michael
noise.
Winslow of porn.
You guys, come on.
See, we've had a bunch of porn stars that I can't even remember on the show, but
Yeah.
we had one I remember really well that did not go well.
Who?
What's her name?
Caden Cross.
Caden Cross.
Oh,
I don't know
Why
any of
was
these
she-
names.
And then Bonnie's been our best.
Why was she not
I
go
brought
out?
Electra on one night.
Oh, she was okay. She wasn't great.
Yeah, I was telling him.
Her name was a
It was
little over the top.
interesting. It was so interesting.
Did she have ninja weapons?
Caden Cross got really upset. Jim and I offended her.
Really?
About what?
How'd you guys offend her?
Well, because
Asked her
She's
about
had
porn.
cum on her face.
she said that we were asking unoriginal questions. Jim goes, "How'd you get into porn?" And she goes, "That's so unoriginal. Why don't you come up with something original?" I go, "Yeah."
Oh, I
Jim."
would have been like,
I go-
fuck you.
I go, "Jim, yeah. Why don't you ask her which uncle fingered her?" And she was like, she looked at me like, and I was like, "What? That's offensive to you?" Then
Yeah, fuck
Then
her.
I said to her,
It was original.
I said,
Bonnie would tell us.
I said, "Are you? Do you ever get
It
recognized out?"
wasn't an uncle, it was my brother.
I go,
There we go. Hey.
I go, "Do you ever get recognized in the street?" And Jim goes, "Yeah, especially when she's eating yogurt and it's dribbling down her face."
She demanded that.
Jim, which Jim?
We just
Jeffries.
Oh,
entered
God.
into the 9th hour.
Hoally shit!
We just entered into the
No,
ninth
this is the
hour.
beginning
We're
of our
gonna have
ninth
Bonnie
episode here.
do
I
how
want to
many-
thank I want to thank all our
how many
guests that
hours
have been
are
on this episode. Ian Bagg,
Thanks for having me.
Where can they find you?
You can find me in Seattle this weekend and Australia for 3 weeks in September.
Oh, you're okay. You're gonna be in
I will be there.
Australia.
Sydney.
So, IanBagg.com,
IanBagg.com.
Joe DeRosa.
JoeDeRosaComedy.com. I'll be at Acme in Minneapolis all next week, and my new album, Mistakes Were Made, September 2nd. You can pre-order it now on
About
iTunes.
tonight.
Bonnie Rotten. They all know where to find you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You porn.
No.
Why not?
No.
BonnieRotten.com, where you pay for my porn.
Well, sorry, I'll
Or-
be watching on YouPorn.
You can find me on Twitter at @TheBonnieRotten.
And Jason Hour. Never mind.
Duh.
I also wanted
Like
Chris,
me
Chris
down.
Adams. I want to give a shout. Chris Adams, who
Everybody
worked
does.
on the show forever, did all the videos, hasn't been around forever, who's got an interesting, the best story, and does stand-up comedy and talks about how he grew up. What were you?
Igor.
Are you a hooker baby?
Yeah, I was a hooker baby. That's the thing.
His mom was a hooker.
It was all right. It happened.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Was your dad the pimp or a John?
Pimp.
So you know your dad.
Yeah. Well, I know my
how. Do you know how the chances of you knowing your dad if your mom was a hooker are fucking?
Well, I don't know my real
so you
father.
should really buy a lottery ticket.
You don't
I
know
know
your real.
I don't know my real. I know my stepdad. My stepdad was the
Like she
pimp.
retired, then the
Yeah.
stepdad was.
Your dad was a John.
I know. I don't know who he was. I never met him. My mom was white. I came out brown. It's all in my.
I want to give you a little bit of a hint. It's probably Jay Leno looking at your chin.
Yeah, I get that. I get that or Quentin Tarantino.
Nope, Jay Leno. You might want to go fucking ask some money.
Today I got Elvis Costello. Oh, you should say that into the mic.
This is classic. Eddie cannot
Yeah.
wrap this fucking podcast.
Anyway.
up, no matter what.
Let's
Every
wrap it up.
episode, They do the wrap up, and then it
Go
goes
see
another
Chris.
5 minutes.
He's a very funny guy. Go see him at Flappers if you get a chance. When are you there?
August 26th, 10 p.m. That's Tuesday. No one's gonna be there on Tuesday.
Hookerbaby.com.
If I'm in town.
Okay.
You should call yourself Hooker Baby.
Should I?
Hookerbaby.com.
Hookerbaby.com.
You're welcome.
Because all I have is Chris Adams comedy.
Just so you know
Hookerbaby.com.
that this is
But
streaming live, so
hookerbaby.com.
you've got a fuse. You better go buy that right now.
You got to buy it now.
Okay.
Buy it right now.
I have to leave to
She's
buy
actually
this.
buying it right now.
Ah,
Someone buy it for him. Fuck.
Yeah. Hookerbaby.com is probably a better. Yeah, that's better.
You'll get more hits.
I would get way more hits because no one cares about.
Yeah, because if you say that on stage,
Thanks for
people are
being a
gonna
part of
remember
the
that.
show. Thanks for always coming out and helping us and everything. So let's hear it for him. Chris Adams, everybody.
Yay.
Thanks, Chris.
But actually, I take that all back because you're the one that brought us Lilith. Or no, she brought you.
No,
Okay.
brought me and
And because we said it online, it's probably going to be hookerbaby.org. This is probably what you're going to end up with.
Hookerbaby.net, hookerbaby.info.
It is available.
Get it.
I'm
Get
buying
it.
now. I gotta go.
What happened to Lilith? Is she alive?
I don't know. I don't talk to her.
No, no one does.
It's available for $1.17.
Well, this is the way to secure a wanted domain by announcing it on an internet stream that thousands of people are watching.
Joe, you've
Is
got a
anyone
bad
writing?
attitude.
We're buying it right now.
Literally sitting at their computers.
It's probably up to $10 right now.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Okay,
Hookerbaby.
so
$10. 14. Party.
hey, you guys are welcome to stick around. We're going to do another episode. Gene Pompa was supposed to be here. He's not, of course.